Let her rip, hang pen.
Oh man, when I cut that earlier, I don't remember him screaming like that. That's so funny.
It's funny you start with that because that's probably like my least favorite part of the movie.
Are you serious? That's so funny. He was
Yeah,
like, "We're doing an untested like spray that we haven't
well,
used
I
yet."
think
And
it's just like the going down the hill part because it's funny beforehand, but then when it like that's my least favorite part, but it is funny they reference it later.
yeah. Oh man, that was great. Eddie, how's your Monday treating you?
It's okay, man. I took the day off of work because I just didn't feel like going in today. So
Yeah, I actually did the same thing on Friday, so I was definitely not feeling it. So
yeah,
you slept in
are
and stuff.
you completely over being sick or?
Well, yeah, I actually got cleared Sunday, but like I was still getting like weird results where it was like negative, but then like half an hour or 45 minutes passed, and like I went back to go check it, and it was like a little faint line. So I was like, I don't know, like is this still
Yeah, I think
positive?
that
So I
I
was
think that
reading somewhere
happens
like,
to
yeah,
everybody.
any type of faint line, you're still positive. So I tested it
Really?
again Sunday. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
But
I think those at home ones aren't as accurate.
yeah, I don't
I
trust
think
them
they're
that much.
iffy.
Oh, so then I went to CVS. I set it up an appointment, and I don't know if you guys know this. I have insurance through my work, but if you don't have insurance, it costs $200 to get an exam through CVS now. I was
Oh
like,
wow.
I looked at her. I was like, I got insurance. I don't know if you could use that. And she was like, Yeah, yeah, but I'm just letting you know. I was like, What? Like,
I know
don't you
it's
guys want
crazy.
us to get rid of this? Like, why offer this for free to everybody? Like,
Yeah,
this
no
is
kidding.
ridiculous. two hundred
Isn't that
dollars.
like a weird thing about the whole healthcare system anyway?
Yeah. Yeah. And then she was like, well, you could mail this to she literally said this. She said you could mail this to your government and then they'll take care of it for you. It's like my government? Like what's the address to my government?
Is it not her government too?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know about today. Like,
You
but
should have
yeah,
told her
like
it sounds racial.
yeah,
Wow,
my government. I was like, back to the motherland or whatever.
the motherland.
Yeah. But yeah, how about you, Money? Are you feeling okay? Like you just
Yeah,
took the day off, just took the day
yeah. I
off.
just took the day off because I didn't feel like working. I'm fine.
Gotcha,
I
gotcha.
don't. Yeah, just
It's all good, man.
lazy Monday, I guess.
Yeah. Brenton, how about you? How's your Monday? How's your weekend going?
I don't know. I was dragging so bad today. Like I tried to go to bed early last night. I don't feel like it ever helps. And I'm just so tired all day.
At least you could fall asleep, man. I can't sleep at all. Like I slept last night, probably around 3:30 in the morning. Woke up around 4:30 because my cat. That's when she wakes up, and I was like, I guess I slept at least. But yeah, it's but yeah, today was crazy, man. Like I work in IT, so everything gets pushed on us for everything, and in our central location, our headquarters, we had a pipe burst over our data center, and when the data center gets affected, like everything gets affected. So like we're trying to figure out what's going on and all this other stuff, and then I'm working remotely, and then we hear like through the news that something blew up, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." This says like my hometown, like not my hometown, but my area. I wonder what that is. And it literally said my job, something blew up, and I was like, "Whoa, like this is bad." And yeah, we got everything back, but basically at the end of the day, and it's just I wonder how everything looks like back at headquarters. But yeah, that was my day. It was
It's
weird.
wild.
Yeah, but yeah, today since it's the holidays, we're talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I don't remember when I first watched this. Think it came out in 1989, but my sister always made me watch these things. How about you, Eddie? Do you remember the first time you watched this one?
Yeah, because it was only last year. I watched it. I watched it for CW Movie of the Week last year.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So this is my only my second time watching it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
you have like more appreciation for what's his name, John Candy, right? Not John Candy.
Chase.
Chevy
Yeah,
Chase.
Chevy Chase. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. He's funny. I don't like this movie as much as Fletch Lives, but it still has its moments. I'll I feel like I'm gonna let you guys down tonight, but I don't. This movie's okay to me.
Yeah. Brenton, do you remember the first time you watched this?
I may have been like 6.
Oh, you remember? Wow.
7.
Okay.
I've watched it all my life. So. This is like my number one go-to Christmas movie. Have to watch every year.
Okay.
So Eddie just destroyed my hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
So.
He's
Thanks.
basically going.
I don't know if I want to keep doing this.
I don't know. Like I figured out something too. While we do these like reviews, you guys always end up telling me things that I never like paid attention to. So I get, I want to watch the movie either again or I want to talk about it a little bit more. But we'll see what happens.
All right.
What's up, the collector?
I wouldn't be more surprised if I woke up with my head sewn to the carpet.
Yeah. So last week we were talking about including the director. I thought the director was somebody else, but this one is let me get going. His name is Jeremiah Chechik. Some European guy. But so do you know this guy by chance, Brenton? I don't know what else he directed, to be honest.
No, the name's not familiar. I just know this sticks out to me because it was written by John Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quality right there once you see that. So you know you can't go wrong.
So I watched a video on it. Like they were saying John Hughes was supposed to direct this movie, but he got mixed up with Home Alone and some other movies he was directing at the time. So, he had input on this one, but Jeremiah took over,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Watch this be the only thing he ever did.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the only picture I could find of him too.
Apparently he's a recluse.
Yeah. But
overall,
overall,
the biggest movie he ever did. I'm looking up his movies and they don't stand out to me.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff in the 90s, late 80s, and one thing in the 2000s, but they look like not very well-known movies.
So it's funny because like last week we were talking about including the director, and of course of all the times, this is
guy
the
that's
one
done
that
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just in case anybody wanted to know, Jeremiah, European guy. And then our main character, Chevy Chase, plays Clark Griswold. I have a bunch of clips of this guy. Like, this is probably one of my favorites right here.
Bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
That part's funny. I like that. Hallelujah, holy shit.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a good part.
He gets pushed over the edge so much to where like it's not fair. Like I have to say from outside perspective, it's not fair. He's just trying to be jolly and happy for his family, and it's just the whole time is like the world is just going like no.
Everything that could go wrong goes wrong.
Yeah, especially the lights he puts up around his house, like how he tries to have all the family together and everything. It just blows up in his face.
Oh, I love that because like his father-in-law gives him like no breaks either. Like he lights up the whole house and the lights finally work, and his father-in-law is just like they're not twinkling. Or like the daughter says, Grandpa, he worked really hard on this, and he's just like, so do washing machines.
Oh yeah. That's right. But Chevy Chase is Chevy Chase, right? Like he's the same as the other movie we watched, and it's just the same. But Eddie, what'd you think of this guy?
Oh, he's funny. He has a lot of funny moments. Most of the funny moments in the movie are because of him.
Yeah.
So, like, I love him for that. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of the shit that happens to him is his own fault as well. Like, so, like, I don't feel too bad for him because half of it feels like his fault. Like, when he's putting the lights up and he staples himself to the roof, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what a jackass, dude. And then, what other parts? There's a couple other parts I'm like, or when he gets the tree from outside and then the squirrel comes out and everything, I'm like, this is all on you, man.
He's like, I solved a problem.
Yeah.
You know? But even lines like, honey, I fixed the newel post. Use that stuff all year long.
Oh, that was pretty funny. He just cuts it off. One of the funny moments is when he's in his office and his boss is asking him to do something for him. I forgot what he asked him to do, but he says, "Can you put it on?" Oh, his boss is gonna give a speech, so he needs to know everything about that cereal that he created.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Can you put it on my desk?" And then as they're all walking by, he's like, "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas." Kiss his ass. He's like, "Kiss my ass, kiss my ass, kiss his ass, kiss your ass." That part's funny.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, Happy Hanukkah.
It sucks because like out of all the scenes, that's the one I wanted to get, and I couldn't get it, man. Like it was
Really?
all messed up. Yeah, but that's the scene I found hilarious. Like I don't remember catching that the first time I watched it. I thought he was just saying, happy holidays to everybody, but towards the end,
Yeah,
go kiss his ass.
it's
No,
funny because it feels like the first few are like higher up, and that's why he's like Happy Holidays. But then the last couple ones is like, I don't give a fuck about these guys kissing. He's like, I don't need to suck
Exactly.
up to you. Yeah.
But even in the beginning of the movie, when he's like, "Hey kids, look a deer," and he flips the
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that
very
part was
beginning.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
And he's fighting with the dude. With the,
yeah.
Have you guys ever had road rage like that? Like where you have to get the upper hand on somebody?
It's happened 2 or 3 times, and normally it's because someone does something to me. Like if I'm driving and someone's behind me and I don't think I'm doing anything wrong and they flash their high beams at me, like then I'll make it a point to get behind them and do the same thing. Because
Jesus.
I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like I'm driving normal. I'm not going slow. Like where are you? Or it's usually because someone's in front of me, so I can't go faster, and they're behind me, and maybe they think I'm the one holding up the line or the traffic, so they're flashing me, and I'm like, there's a fucking guy in front of me. So those times, and then there's been a couple times driving back from real far, where like random teenagers pull up to the side of me, and like one time they flipped us off, and they were like yelling at us. Me and my buddy were carpooling. I was like, what the fuck? So I made it a point to pull up to them and flip them off and like leave them behind. But like, those are probably the worst times. It's like, it's not very often that it happens, but Adriana's always worried. She's like, you don't know who has a gun these days. You don't know what's happening. And I'm like, I'd like to see them pull a gun on me.
Oh god.
So yeah, I guess a couple times.
How about you, Brenton?
No.
Yeah. What gets me has always been if someone honks their horn. Like I don't care if someone flicks me off, yells at me, cuts me off, or like, tries to play games, like tries to like, slow down and stuff like that. Like that doesn't bother me. But when someone honks their horn, like I think I'm a pretty nice guy, right? But like the horn or something. I must have like a trauma back then. But when someone honks their horn, it like goes up my wrist, up my forearm.
It goes up.
I grab on
It slowly attacks him.
and I want to rip the wheel off or something. And then like I'm just like, wow, like I don't know where this is coming from, but like I really want to punch this person's face into like the seat,
Jesus,
And
he
it's
just sees red.
Yeah, and it's always like it's my fault too. It's like because I missed the light or it's something crazy, but I don't know, that triggers me like real like out of all things, like everything, like that triggers me. Luckily it doesn't happen too often, but yeah, that's it. Like I don't have anything else than that.
I feel like I have an excuse because I live in LA.
I have an
So like
excuse.
The road rage is pretty bad here. So everybody's mad at each other.
So I have a friend who's on YouTube because like he got caught. Someone filmed his road rage, so it just shows him behind this person, just like going back and forth, and he pulls over. The guy's recording it, and my friend's behind him. He pulls over too, and gets out of the car, and he's like yelling at him, just going like, "Why did you do that?" You can't make out what he's saying, but he's yelling at him. And then like he hits his phone and hits like the camera goes in like spirals, and then like someone posted it up on like work. And I was like, hey, that's so and so. I was like, oh my god, like that's it. And that video of course gets like 1 billion views and it goes everywhere.
I've never pulled over because that's kind of crazy. Like, I'd be down, but then you really don't know, like, because I've heard stories. I'd be down, but I've heard stories about people that pulled over before, and like you don't know if the dude's like an ex-Marine or something. Like you don't know what they're capable of. So I've wanted to, but I've never done that. But one time, it was a Starbucks, and Starbucks lines are long lines, man. So this is a Starbucks in the desert where like the drive-through is kind of shallow, and the line always sticks way out, but like you could turn in from 2 ways, and there's one way with the line, and then there's one way where you can kind of sneak in there. So I'm in line waiting, and this truck just fucking cuts me off into the short way into the line, and I don't remember if he flipped me off as he was cutting me off, like he's driving by and he like went like this or something. I feel like he had to have, because I was so mad. So like that time I got my seatbelt off. I was opening the door, and Adriana's like, my niece is in the car. And I was like, I want to hit this guy, because this is like, he's stuck. He can't go anywhere. He's in a drive-through line. Like, fuck this guy. And she's like, no, you're not going to cause any problems with my kid with their niece in the car. And I was like, oh, that was the one time I was ready to get out of the car and beat the shit out of this guy. I think I was having a bad day that day or something.
You should have been close your eyes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, the honk, if you guys ever want to piss me off, like just do a sound effect honk, and I'll just like start ripping stuff apart.
Start breaking statues. Be like, oh shit, I guess we shouldn't have honked at him.
But yeah, Chevy Chase. I did have another clip of him. Here you go. It was a wrong clip, but like when he turns on those lights and he's so happy, like he's like ecstatic about it. Oh man, I love that whole like him trying to figure out how to power on those lights.
Yeah, but you see like the power socket and the power strip all in there,
Oh,
and now they have
yeah.
like 8 million cords plugged into that one outlet.
It must have been
My-
a big thing back then, because that was on
Yeah,
a Christmas Story too, when they had like all the lights or all the plugs.
Yeah,
Well,
my
that was
mom had
probably
extensions
because
on top of extensions, and
They
yeah,
didn't
it
have a
was-
lot of outlets back then. Like the
Yeah, man. Like as soon as you touched it, go. Zzz, and I was like, all right, I'm not touching this. I hate electricity, by the way. So like, there's a bunch of stories I have about electricity. I'm not a big fan of it.
You should have got the clip of him in the mall. Did you get that clip when he's talking
No.
to the saleswoman?
it's a bit nippy out.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, oh, did I
Oh.
say nipple? I didn't. And then
Yeah,
he's
he was
like,
nipple. Yeah.
you'll
And Mark
log,
said it.
not like a log,
Yeah.
not like you think I meant.
Yeah. That was probably one of my favorite scenes, is when he's talking and he's like, then he starts dabbing the sweat with the underwear. He's like, it's a bit warm in here. He's like, it's getting a little Hooters hot.
Hotter than- And she's like, you are wearing your coat. And he's like, am I?
And then I like when he's like, she's talking about the underwear and she shows him the underwear, which is insane
I know,
because that shit
man.
would never happen. But she
It does
shows him
happen.
her
It
underwear.
does happen.
Well, to people like you, Steve, what the fuck?
It
That
does
doesn't happen
happen.
to normal people, man.
It does happen.
Lucky sons of bitches. But anyway, he pulls up the underwear and the kid comes in and he's staring and he looks at it. He's like, oh hey Rusty, and he looks back, he's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes, can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, man. Let's go to the next character. So the next character is, of course, his wife. Like, man, like, I thought she played the role like crazy. Like, there's like 4 movies before this. There's like when they go to Europe, when
No,
they
I
go
think
to.
This may be the second one.
Is this the
or
second
third.
one?
Yeah, because they did the first one, and then I don't know if European Vacation came before this one or after this one, and then Vegas Vacation's like 7 or 8 years later.
Yeah, that's like when they're adults, when the kids are adults.
But she's played his wife through all of them. So
Yeah, same character, same actress. Yep.
So she's the only
Beverly
one.
D'Angelo.
Those two are the only constants. The kids are always different actors.
Oh really?
Yeah, because this one had the son was played by Leonard from Big Bang
Yeah.
Theory.
That I noticed that. I was like, oh shit.
I literally worked this whole show thinking I would announce that to you guys, and freaking Brendan just sneaks it in there, going like, the Leonard
You
guy.
hate to see it.
I was like,
You
God damn it, man.
Honk.
Oh, see, like even Jose says European Vacation is number 2. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
So this is
So
number
this-
3.
Yeah, this is number 3. But yeah,
gotta
like
watch
she
the
plays the
other ones.
same.
I
The
think they're
European
all on
one's kind of
HBO.
weird. Yeah. The Vegas one is probably my favorite, to be honest.
That's the one I've seen parts of. I remember like seeing it when it was on on TV or something.
The first one's amazing.
Yeah, the first one's
That
definitely
one's
up there
great.
too. Yeah.
Do you guys? I don't know if you guys are gonna share my sentiment here, but when she was younger, she was kind of hot.
Oh yeah.
No,
Like how she
in
is
this
right now.
movie, she's good looking in this movie. Yeah,
Yeah, I always had a
She's good
crush
looking.
on her.
I
yeah.
see a lot of her in one of the movies.
You know, have you? Well, you guys haven't seen Entourage, huh? I feel like I've asked you
Nope.
guys about that before.
I
She's in
haven't.
Entourage. She plays Babs. It's like one of the talent agency managers, like for celebrities, and her and the main guy is like the funniest guy. They're always going back and forth saying like crude sexual shit to each other. But that's how I know her. So when I see her in this, I was like, oh wow, she's good looking and like skinnier. She kind of gained weight a little bit, and I feel like she got a boob job or something because in Entourage her boobs are huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always had a crush on her in all the Lampoons. So I was like, man, she's like that. I don't know. The best scene is this one when Clark loses his shit and says he wants his boss tied up. Hilarious. Oh yeah. But yeah, she's her name is Beverly D'Angelo, and she plays Ellen.
But it was great, like when she's getting pissed off and smoking right there, and she's like cutting the food up.
Yeah.
You see, she's cutting a carrot, and she's like really chopping the shit out of it,
Yeah.
like taking it out on Clark. And then it's like her daughter's complaining about having to sleep with her brother in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, or in the same bed or something. They have to share a bed because of all the
That scene was
family.
kind of weird, I thought.
But it was
Like
hilarious
what the
because
daughter was saying, I was like, Jesus.
yes, well, I mean that's probably every older sister is like, I don't know what my little brother does in bed. I don't want to sleep next to him.
It's like, I don't want him doing in bed next to me. And I was like, okay. I don't think
But
he's
that-
going to do that. But
She makes the comment, "Well, I have to sleep next to your father."
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did you guys notice she was great in Harold and Kumar too? I didn't know she was in that.
What's Harold and Kumar 2? Is that the...
I guess they
That's,
don't put a White House
Guantanamo
on that
Bay?
one.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen that
haven't-
one.
I
I've
haven't
seen
it,
that
I
one,
just-
but I don't remember her.
all I remember is the clips of George Bush.
Wow. I don't remember a lot of that movie. I don't... You know, I think I've told you guys, sometimes movies are too stupid for me. And Harold and Kumar are one of those, like, they're just too... It's just too outrageous for me to enjoy those movies, you know?
Well, just YouTube the George Bush part because that's
Yeah, I feel like-
hilarious.
There are scenes that are really funny, but, like, I don't want to watch the whole movie.
Doesn't he call him like a hypocritizer or something?
I don't remember.
A
The
guy.
the
Go
scene
ahead.
with her when after he gets the tree
Oh,
and they're in
Teresa.
bed. Yeah, and he's
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
like, messing with her hair, and he's messing with all the shit, right? Like she's talking to him, and he's like talking to her as he's reading the magazine. He keeps getting pieces of magazine, and he rips them off and like throws them at her, and she just keeps moving them like it's not a big deal. and then he gets his hands in her hair, and he's like, she's stuck to him as they're talking. It's still like not a big deal. That part is pretty funny too, actually.
That's true love right there, man. Like she knows like they're
Yeah.
like
Well, she's been married to him. She knows what kind of stuff he gets into.
And talking about crazy people, we got this guy coming up.
Randy Quaid. Shitter was full.
Oh, the house is gorgeous, Clark.
Betty? I hope you didn't do this all on our account, Clark.
The whole time I was like, I don't remember this guy being in this movie, but he's in the movie.
Oh God, he's hilarious. I mean, when he's dreaming, that dream scene when he's like putting in the pool and he's looking out the window and he's imagining the pool there, and Eddie's on the
the diving board
and everything. But then like in the movie, after he tells them he's putting in a pool, Eddie's just like, I can't swim, and Clark's just like, I know.
I like this scene when he's out in the morning and he's clearing the plumbing from the trailer, and he's like, Clark's looking, he's like, we woke up this morning, the shitter was full, and then the neighbors come out and the same thing, shitter's full.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
And Clark like makes a comment to Ellen. Was it Helen? What's his wife? Ellen.
I think it's Ellen, yeah.
Yeah. Where he's like some asshole out there, dumping raw sewage into her drain pipes.
And doesn't he say to him like, or he says to the wife like, doesn't he know this is illegal? I hope he knows this is illegal. Like it's a rain gutter. It's not meant for sewage or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, towards that end of the movie, like it's because of him. Like they see the Northern Lights or whatever.
Yeah,
but instead it's chemical waste going up in the air.
Yeah.
The
scene where they're drinking eggnog together is pretty funny too, and he's telling them about the dog.
Oh
and
yeah,
he's
got
like,
a little Mississippi Mudhound in him.
Yeah, he's like he can get a little anxious on your leg or something. He starts going to town. He's like, and if he does, it's best to just let him finish.
Jesus.
That part's funny.
No, I remember the moose mugs. We had to like search for those. We found moose mugs.
You have them?
Yeah.
Did you use them? Have you used them?
Yeah.
I kind of
we did for years. But when he goes in there and there's that decoration that's just spinning, and he flicks it, and it all just falls apart.
Yeah.
And Clark's trying to put it back together, and then he's just like, the hell with it, because they keep falling off anyway.
You know what scene like makes me laugh a lot too is like when they go shopping and you just see Eddie just start like loading up the cart of random stuff, and he's just loading it and then loading it.
He puts like 6 packs of dog food in there.
Yeah. And he's talking about like he can't afford things, but he's still loading it.
And he crushes the light bulbs because I think Clark thought he was done, and he puts a pack of light bulbs, and he throws another dog food on it. You just hear it crunch.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, I have an uncle just like this guy, man. Like that's the thing about this movie. It's like so relatable and like so many things. Like we have that one uncle. We have the family. You can always
find a family member in this.
Yeah, that doesn't get along. So it's so relatable. But yeah, Eddie, Randy Quaid, the guy from Independence Day. It's like where I will always remember him from.
I just love when
Independence
he's like,
Day, and isn't he the guy from what's that bowling movie, Brenton?
Oh yeah,
Kingpin.
No, it's not him.
Him? I don't think it's him.
That's Woody Harrelson in Kingpin.
No, the other one, the one that Woody's training or whatever. Isn't he training the guy?
Oh, man, it's been a while.
You just posted about who is the Amish dude? The Amish dude.
Oh yeah,
that is him. Yeah, that is him. Yep. That's right.
Oh, those are the two I know him from: Training Day and Kingpin.
Did you guys hear about this? Too bad Randy lost his shit and is hiding in Canada. Like he's really weird now. Like he's like into like conspiracy. Yeah, in real life, like the real person. He's like into conspiracies and all this weird stuff. Yeah, he's.
Wow.
He's a little bit different.
And his brother's Dennis Quaid. Yeah.
No
He's
way.
still kind of normal.
Really? That's his brother?
Oh, I thought for sure that was.
Dude, that's crazy. They don't look anything alike.
Well, look at Ron Howard and Clint Howard.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks to be Clint. I didn't know that either. I was listening to a podcast and he's talking about his brother Clint, and I was like, oh, no way.
This
I'm
made
gonna
me
look
laugh.
that up now, though. If he's
earlier.
not his brother, Brenton, I'm gonna be upset with you.
I told you had too many plugs in one outlet.
Oh, God.
What is it?
Nothing. Let's go.
Smells like fried pussycat.
Yeah.
I just like, he's like,
Holy
You
shit,
don't-
that's crazy.
you don't mind if I fumigate this here chair?
Yeah. How much does this set you back, by the way?
Is it true?
Yeah, that's
Dennis
crazy,
Quaid?
dude. Yeah. You learn something new every day. Wow.
All right. So then we have the kids, both John, Russell, and Audrey.
Juliette Lewis.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy, right?
She's in a bunch of stuff too. I mean, From Dusk Till Dawn, Natural Born Killers.
That's a crazy movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
She's in a movie that my mom really loves with the girl that plays Juno, the girl that's a dude now.
Elliot Page.
Yeah. It's a roller skating movie. I forgot what it's called, but she's in it. And then she's in a really good show. If you guys haven't seen it, it's called Yellow Jackets. It's on Hulu.
Oh, I haven't
It's a
heard of it.
really good show. Like, I'm hyped for season 2. I'm like, I can't wait. But it's like
I'll be
about
stung if I don't like it.
wow, that is really funny, Brenton. That's a good one. But it's about like a bunch of cheerleaders that were supposed to go to like a competition and their plane crashed, and it's like that happened to them when they were kids, and so it like goes back and forth to where it shows scenes from when they crashed, like when they're kids and trying to survive, and then like when they're all adults and the aftermath and like what's going on in their lives now. It's kind of like a thriller, like a drama thriller, or like, because there's scary shit in it too. So, but it's really good, and she's one of the main characters in it. So it's really good.
Well,
I always remember her from Dusk to Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn, she was the daughter. And it always freaked me out because she was like a girl in the middle of all this, and I was like, God, can't imagine being in there.
Oh, Eddie, you should check this out. You should watch Natural Born Killers on Netflix.
Have you watched that by chance, Eddie?
I never.
It's
seen it.
it's a freaky movie.
It's by Oliver Stone, so he's the guy that directed like Any Given Sunday and the JFK movie, a bunch of
wow.
other stuff. And it's all about how media glorifies serial killers kind of thing. Because she ends up being like Thelma and Louise kind of on the
Kinda.
run with her boyfriend, who's
Who's a
Woody
serial
Harrelson.
killer. Yeah.
And they just go around like murdering people. And then
Jeez.
it's like the media making it bigger than it should be. Or like making them into celebrities.
Oh.
Robert Downey Jr.'s in that movie too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So then we also have this guy. Of course, Brendan had to like spoil it. Russell.
Well, you could say he was in Roseanne.
Oh yeah, he was in
He was.
Roseanne. Yeah.
He's also in Entourage. Like, he plays himself. Entourage has a bunch of different actors in there, but he's pretty funny in that. I thought the kids
thought-
were funny. Like,
Yeah.
every scene that they had, I thought was pretty funny. Like, the daughter, when, like, that picture when she's freezing,
Yeah.
she's like, I can't feel my knees or whatever. She's like, you'll be okay. Or, you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
Clark's just like, it's all part of the experience.
Yeah.
I love it when it goes to Clark. He's like having a great time. Then it goes to her face, and she's like freezing her ass
Each
off.
time-
like literally.
Each time she looks worse. Like, it shows her face once and she just has blue lips, and then it shows her later and she's like this, like frozen solid. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
And the
I
son
definitely
was
agree.
funny too, dude. The son was like giving his dad shit. I like when he's like, when it's late and the lights aren't working. So he's like, yeah, this, I think it's this part. He's like, gee, look at the time.
Yeah,
I gotta brush my teeth, get ready for bed, do homework. I gotta
Feed
get out
the
of here.
hogs.
Yeah.
I like when he goes out to help him with the Christmas decorations. And he's like, Rusty, get this knot out. And he just hands him this huge ball of knotted
Yeah.
lights.
He's funny, man.
What's up, Keeses? Never seen this movie. Gotta check it out, man.
Yeah,
It's a great Christmas movie, by the way. So definitely gives you that like feeling of Christmas is like the next day where they're going through it and everything, and what families used to go through. I don't know if they still go through this now, but yeah, it's a great movie. I had to bring her up. What's her name? Julia Dreyfus plays Margot.
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah, and I got this scene for Brendan right here.
Hey, Griswold, where do you think you're gonna put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
The guy's like, you can't talk to me like that. Or he says something like that.
Yeah,
dude.
and he's like, I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, that's yeah.
See, that's what I want to tell people when they get like a 1/3 and they're like, this state's are huge. Where am I going to put it?
Jesus,
just-
man.
You should say that. That
Bend
would be
over and I'll
hilarious.
show you.
I'll play that clip for you, Brenton, anytime you want to say it, so people don't take it,
That's what I think of all the time when people are talking about that.
The neighbors, like, part of me feels bad for him, but part of me is like, you're weird too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they
you're
are.
weird.
It's like they don't celebrate anything.
Yeah, they're boring.
Yeah, they're basically like city people stuck in like the suburbs,
Yeah,
so it's
why
just
are you living there?
yeah, it didn't make sense.
It's hilarious though, because they're like, "Do you think he'll fall off the roof and break his neck?" And then he's just the other one's just like, "Well, I'm sure he'll fall, but we're not lucky enough to have him break."
Yeah.
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 So
Everything keeps happening to their house, so I think that's funny, dude.
part of that funny thing, it always reminds me of in like the mid '90s, we got hit with like crazy blizzards.
Yeah,
Like so
96.
much snow that you had to clear your roof off because you have to always worry about the snow collapsing your roof in then. So my friend's dad, who lived next door, kept getting up on the roof with a push broom. And he was pushing the snow off, except the end of his broom kept falling off. So he would have to climb down the ladder and pick up the end of his broom and go back up there and try and push
Jesus.
some more snow off, and it kept falling off. And we always kind of nicknamed him Willy Wonka.
God.
But he always kept us entertained.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, I like when the icicle shoots out of the rain gutter and into their window and like breaks all their shit. I'm like, what are the odds of this happening?
I know. And then he's like, why is the floor wet? I don't know, Margot. I just used that yesterday, actually.
And they're
That
having
line.
dinner. What are they? They're having dinner and the fucking window. What flies through the window?
The tree.
Yeah.
Part of the tree, the branch?
Yeah.
No, the tree, because like Clark is looking for a new tree, so he decides to cut a tree, and it falls
Yeah.
over to the falls over to
Oh,
the
it
window.
falls
Yeah.
off when he cuts it. Yeah.
Exactly.
My favorite
There it
part
is.
is when it falls through. And, they're like interrupted, they're freaking out, and you could just hear Clark pulling it. He's like,
It's just dragging
the
against
tree.
their house.
Yeah.
The whole time in my head, I'm thinking like, why are they not going over and telling him anything, or like he's just able to get away with it all? It's like funny. And
Yeah,
then
but when she
she's
does go over, she gets it.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was
yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah,
when
with the
she's ready to
dog.
go over and the dog's chasing the squirrel and breaks the door down and tears her to shit. She comes back and the guy's looking at her.
What happened?
Punch.
to
She
you?
punches him in the fucking jaw. She straight sucker punches it. And then later, like, she kicks him out. And then later, when the SWAT team is coming,
Oh yeah.
they're like banging on the door. And she's like, you're gonna have to break the door down. And they break it and she freaks the fuck out. Yeah, it's pretty funny. They are.
I think I got
And I've
one more
never
person.
seen Elaine in anything other than Seinfeld. So
Right? Yeah, this is like the only thing I've seen her in.
She
I've
was
never
in
seen
that
Seinfeld.
newer sitcom too. I forget what it was called.
well, now she's in fucking MCU. I guess.
Yeah,
she's,
as Contessa Consuela or whatever, Valentina. I can never get that name.
Consuela. and I got this guy.
Did
I
this
only
guy
got him because
pass
he was
away?
like, "What's that?"
Did this guy pass away recently? Or am I
I'm-
confusing him with another older guy?
I wonder if this guy is Bill Murray's brother or something because his name is Brian Murray.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's
Oh,
why.
He looks
That's
similar
two fucking
to.
brothers I never knew in one show. That's
I'm
crazy,
guessing.
dude.
I'm guessing.
Because
I'm not
he's
too
in
sure.
Caddyshack too, and Bill Murray's in Caddyshack. So, and Chevy Chase is in Caddyshack, so that it all kind of
Makes
connects.
sense. So.
What's up, King Banana? But yeah, he had some good scenes too, where like he's basically saying like Clark goes like, "I'm happy
Oh.
you sent me a holiday card," and he goes like, "Holiday card." It's a
He is
corporate
Bill
thing.
Murray's brother.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. There you
Dude,
go.
they have like fucking 7 siblings.
Oh,
Or
wow.
8. They have like a bunch of brothers and sisters. But you know who he is that like every time I hear his voice I think of? He's did you guys ever watch The Marvelous Adventures of Flapjack?
No,
That cartoon.
It was a
sounds
cartoon.
like you're just making stuff up.
No, it's older. It's kind of older, so I shouldn't have been watching cartoons at the time. I was probably like, it was in 2008, so I was probably like 15 or 16. But it was a cartoon on Cartoon Network, and it was called the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. And he played it was like a pirate and his first mate. He played the pirate, the voice, because he's got like an iconic voice.
Yeah.
So like every time I hear him, I think of that cartoon.
I can kind of hear it now, to be honest. I think I know what you're talking about.
I thought it was popular. They did like 3 seasons back in it was like right before I graduated high school. But I literally was watching cartoons from all throughout school, even when I was in late teens, like through still now, I guess.
I don't even want to tell you what was going on in 2008.
With you?
Old. Yeah, I was already graduated college at that point, so
Oh wow.
that's why I didn't
That's
know
when-
Flapjack.
That was back when Brenton was like happy and smiling and go lucky and graduated college and he got a job and now he's like, fuck it.
I had one more clip. I don't know if you guys. I'll just
Check
play.
for me, Clark.
Okay, Eddie.
God.
I can't believe they still ate it. Like the whole
Yeah, they
fucking
still
scene, you
eat-
hear him chewing on it like jerky is cracking.
I've had that
Yeah.
happen before though. Like one of my aunts brings like a dish and like it's horrible, but everyone's just like not saying anything because they're like, she supposedly worked hard on it or whatever. and
For me,
then-
that was always green bean casserole. My mom's friend would always make green bean casserole, and I was like, why the fuck do we invite her ever?
Yeah,
Like,
like
I don't
who
wanna
brought
eat
this lady?
Yeah. I was like, please don't bring this shit ever. But yeah, I know it. It was always like green bean casserole or cranberry sauce stuff or like, I don't know. I didn't like that stuff. So
I was thinking that from that scene, I always just use the line like, "Are you serious, Clark?" Like I try and find that gif when people say something.
are you serious? Oh, because what is he telling him?
Yeah, where Santa is,
Oh,
And-
right.
and he's like, "You serious, Clark?"
Yeah.
And he just
Jackass.
looks at Eddie like, "You jackass."
Yeah.
Like-
I like how he's eating the fucking Jello the whole time, and it has cat food in it. He's like, "This is delicious, sir.
I know.
Let me get some more of that."
He's like licking his teeth.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
like, what the
"That sure is good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see his wife. You can see like Clark's wife, like with the food. She's like flinging it behind her as she's eating. faking
Yeah.
eating.
I think we all still make fun of that movie because like when they're chewing it too, and Clark's like
Yeah.
like he's trying to chew that, and it's just so hard.
You know what scene we haven't talked about yet is like when Clark is inside the attic and he's walking around trying to find stuff, and like he puts like these gloves on that are up to like to his like elbows, and then he puts
Oh,
this like
yeah. That scene was like, that was one of those ones where I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Like he's just, I like when he breaks through the floor and he's just standing there like, fuck it. He's just standing
I
there,
know.
like, doesn't even phase him anymore by this point.
That the board just keeps hitting him in the face, and
Yeah.
which way he turns.
Oh yeah.
At the very end, his wife Ellen opens up like the door, and he falls all the way through.
And he finds that old gift from who I don't even know how many years old it was. He was like, "Oh, I hid something here."
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah, that's right. Like I think he was giving that to his mom or something, right? Like.
I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was
said, like-
either his wife or mom.
It said like anniversary or something on it.
Yeah.
Or yeah, something like that. So it was an old anniversary or wedding gift or something. Or
But I love Aunt Bethany and Uncle Lewis when they come to visit.
Oh, the guy with the toupee.
Yeah,
the
and
oil?
Aunt
Yeah.
Bethany going up to the house and she's just like, "Clark, is your house on fire?" And then they get to a little stoop and she's like, "Don't throw me down, Clark."
Jesus.
They go inside. Is Rusty still in the Navy?
Yeah. She was, I think it said she was like 92 when she's actually the voice of Betty. That little pinup.
Betty Boop.
Yeah, she was the voice of her.
really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
I am
she's-
learning a lot today.
She's just great because Ellen's like, "You shouldn't have," and she's like, "Oh, did I break wind?" And Uncle Lewis is just like, "Did the room clear out? She means presents."
I like when they're getting ready to eat dinner and he's like, "I love it if she said Grace." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Grace." And she's like, "Grace died years ago."
The blessing.
Yeah, the blessing. And then she starts saying the fucking
Pledge
Uh,
of Allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance, and they're all just. You see Eddie get up with his. That was pretty good.
Oh, that was great. What about the guy with the toupee? Like the whole time he's like a dick the whole time, but he's just like that's who he is, man.
It's
Like-
just being old because he's like, Clark's trying to clean up that garbage in the kitchen because the dog knocked it over and was going through all that. And he's like, "Hey, Grizz, you're not doing anything constructive. Why don't you go in the living room and get me my stogie?"
yeah. Oh man, that was
Or
great.
like when they first get there and he takes his hat and his toupee goes with it, and the whole time Clark's trying to get it back on him, like he's like, "Oh shit."
Oh man. But let's get to the score, you guys, and final thoughts. Eddie, I remember in the very beginning you said you weren't a big of a fan of this movie. Has anything changed your mind so far?
It has a lot of funny moments, but I feel like overall, when I was watching it, like I don't know, I don't like it. Doesn't make me feel anything. Like I don't know. It's just like a throwaway movie for me. Like, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Like,
Okay.
it does have funny moments. Like, cause saying them with all you guys, I remember they're funny, but like, I think it's funnier talking about them with you guys. Cause I didn't like laugh out loud for anything except for maybe like when he's cussing because he's mad at his boss, or like when he's at the mall and he's talking to the girl. Like, only a couple like really stood out to me, and then the rest of them, they're just funny talking about them with you guys. So like, I don't know. It's not, yeah, it wasn't the same as Fletch Lives for me. Like, I don't know. It's just.
Are you trying to tell me you like Wedding Crashers more than this?
Yes, 100%.
Oh man.
But that could be because I saw that when I was younger. Because even watching Wedding Crashers again, I was like, I had never noticed that I don't like the story. I more like all the funny stuff, but the story sucks. So like, that might just be that I have fond memories of that movie. But this one, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wanted to like it more, but I didn't. I guess that's the thing too. Like, this one has funny moments, but I don't like the overall movie. You know?
Yeah, the story overall.
Yeah, I didn't.
I could say the same thing, man. Like Wedding Crashers, I did like, but I honestly like this movie because like I feel like I could watch this like every Christmas, and it's like watching it to have a fun, a good time. While Wedding Crashers, I could probably watch every 3 years. Like, but like, let's see, Wedding Singer is better than Wedding Crashers.
That's true.
I gotta
can
say,
agree
Adam
with
Sandler.
that.
We should watch an Adam Sandler one. See how that goes.
Wedding Singer's amazing. So
Oh, look at that. Mojo even says, I can't find a single flaw with this movie. Dang, Mojo.
It's just 90 minutes of laughs. Like that's what I have to say. You
So,
know,
I
Brenton,
think
you.
they teeter. It's because it teeters that line of like really funny, but also like it gives me anxiety, the shit that's happening to him. So like part of me is like, this is like the SWAT team and everything, and like the dog running around the house chasing the squirrel, and like I don't know, it's funny, but it's overtly like
It's too close to.
weird, like shit that would never happen is happening. So I don't, when that stuff happens, it gives me anxiety, I guess, or like it makes me like you get annoyed, like why is this happening? You know, like so like yeah, I think that's what it was for me.
That's all good. So 6 out of 10. How about you, Brenton? What would you give this?
man, I gotta go like 10 out of 10.
Wow.
So
Wow.
like this
I'm
is
sorry, Brenton.
like classic Christmas, feel good movie. Like I don't know how you can't turn this on and be like in a good mood while watching or after watching it.
So watching it over and over again, you're still laughing as much, or you're
Yeah,
still like,
it's still, and like
Yeah.
this is probably the most quoted movie throughout the year for me, like even off season. Like I didn't even get to watch it yet in its entirety, but probably have like the movie memorized because I've watched it so many times.
This is your
I
favorite
don't think.
Christmas movie?
Yeah,
Wow, I think Home Alone's probably my favorite Christmas movie. If I were to watch a Christmas movie again and again.
see, it's this, A Christmas Story, and like Jingle All the Way are probably some of my favorite Christmas movies.
Even Jose agrees with you.
Yeah, I love Christmas Story. That's another one I would review. Sons of bitches, Papa says.
I would give this movie like 6.5, 7 out of 10. I'm with Eddie where like it gets cringy when you like start realizing like what this family is going through, and it's so relatable to where like it's not like stuff that would happen to us, but it's stuff like if it happened to me, like seeing it on screen, I'm just like making a fist over. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like I don't want to be here anymore.
Maybe that's what it is, because like I'm already frustrated. I feel like the holidays already frustrate me because I know like certain family members I'm gonna have to deal with, or I got to do these things, and I don't. That just frustrates me more.
Imagine living with them for like a couple days.
It's funny because I won't be here for Christmas, and I'm already like kind of happy about it. I just want to miss out the whole like arguments, the fake smiles and stuff like that. I guess I want to get out of that. Like, I know a lot of people probably see that as weird, but I'm going to spend my
Nah,
Christmas,
I
yeah,
understand.
very far away from everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6.5 or 7, probably a 7 to be honest. Like it definitely brings back funny memories. And what did you guys think of the beginning where it was like animated? It was Santa Claus like trying to get inside the house.
Oh, I
that was
think
funny.
that song feels iconic. Like every time I hear it.
Christmas Vacation. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
it's that time. Christmas time is here.
Norman, man, if you ever want to join, we'll try to do an Adam Sandler one pretty soon. But we did Waterboy already, but I'm sure we could
Oh,
find
we
another
did.
Adam Sandler.
That was one
Yeah,
of the early ones.
yeah. Watch Happy Gilmore or Billy. Yeah, Jose, Norman, Mojo. Like, if we're gonna do one of those, you guys better join. I want more people to join these reviews. Like, see more people talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that'd be cool.
like I would say giving it a score like that though, like I still recommend watching this movie at least once. Like you're gonna have a couple good laughs here and there, and then Chevy Chase, you can't go wrong with this guy.
Yeah, it's a good Christmas movie. It's still a Christmas movie. Like, it's still something that I would put on during Christmas.
Yeah. Even
You
if
know
it's a
what?
background movie or something.
You know what newer movies, I guess it's not even newer anymore, has like jumped up there in the Christmas hierarchy for me? Christmas with the Cranks. Like I still love
Oh, that's a
watching
good
them.
one. That's a really good one.
even though it's like 2004. But
Like Tim Allen is. Just
yeah, I'm a big
funny.
Tim Allen fan. So he just
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, you should watch it. That's a pretty good one.
I recently watched Elf for the first time. Like that was different for me.
I don't
talk
love
about
Elf.
feeling stupid. Like
I don't love Elf. I think Elf is Adriana's favorite Christmas movie, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah. Watched Elf, and then I watched another Tim Allen Christmas one. What was he was Santa Claus? Santa Claus. Yeah, I watched that recently. So I'm out of the loop with holiday stuff. But yeah, talking about that, let's go to what movie is next. Who picked this one?
I did.
This you did?
Yeah.
So I think it's your turn, Steve.
Yeah, let Steve, you pick one. I feel like we've been
Because Brenton did Fletch Lives, and I
yeah.
did this one, so I think it is your turn anyway.
Okay. Let's see. Norman said Waterboy. Unfortunately, we did Waterboy. Happy Gilmore. Man, I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm not gonna say this is the movie, but I would like to watch Home Alone. I know it's
Really?
like
I love Home Alone, so
yeah.
I'm down.
I don't know if you guys want to do Home Alone 1 and 2 or just Home Alone. Probably just Home Alone.
Dude,
right?
I would do all the way up. I love 3. I know people don't care for 3, but I love 3
I've never
too,
watched
so-
3.
I never
Yeah.
saw that once they got rid of Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, it's not the same kid, but some of the shit that happens is still pretty fucking funny. So I love all of them. But yeah, I'm down. We won't get to do it before Christmas, which sucks. Unless like we did it fucking tomorrow. Oh no, cuz you have a Tuesday stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, cuz like after Thursday this week or after Wednesday, I mean, cuz Thursday through after Christmas I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, I fly out Wednesday, so I'll be back. I'll be gone for like a week, so I won't be back till the following Wednesday or Thursday.
Also,
But
Maybe we can
you guys
do it,
could.
fit it in when you get back, so we can
Yeah.
still be between Christmas and New Year's.
Thursday or something. Yeah. So you guys good with Home Alone? Home Alone 1?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. If anybody's
sweet.
curious.
yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a good one, man.
All right, you guys. Home Alone. If anybody wants to tag along, Jose, Norman, Mojo, get to hear from you guys. But
You should see if John wants to join that one. John loves Home Alone.
okay, I'll ask him. See,
Yeah.
but we gotta figure out a date first. But yeah, I'll definitely put it out there. If everyone's welcome to join, man. Like everyone's invited. So if anybody wants to join in, let me know. But Eddie, Brenton, thanks, man. This was a good movie. I think it was worth watching. It was I gotta say this is probably my 2022.
Bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Hallelujah! Holy shit! I love that part, man. Hallelujah! That reminds me of the "God bless you for believing that shit" from Fletch Lives.
Yeah.
Hallelujah!
I just like. I don't think it captures that part of it where he's just like, we're gonna have the happiest Christmas and Bing Crosby tap dance with Danny fucking Kaye.
That was good.
That was funny, man. But yeah, like I'll send it next Thursday. We'll try to do next Thursday, and I honestly have been having fun doing these reviews with you guys. Like just let you guys know it's been fun. I always write notes and I always forget them on my
I did
downstairs.
notes the first 2 movies we did, and after that I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wing them.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna forget everything. But while talking to you guys, it always comes back.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But thanks again. I'll let everyone else go, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So see you guys.
See ya.
Later.
Good night.